Hello again, EDF friends. I recently went out and bought a PS4 Pro, and then my car broke down and had to pay like $600, so that always works out. But anyway, I wanted to just briefly cover the differences between the two systems. Um, Originally I wanted to do side-by-side footage, but for some reason the old PS4, when you take the video off of that PlayStation and put it on the PS4 Pro, in the share factory, it doesn't recognize the file, maybe because it's 720 instead of 1080p, I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't get that to work. But anyway, as you can see here, I have about 56 hours on this save and then 94 hours on this save. So I would say about 120 of those hours have been on the regular PlayStation, and then about 30 hours on the PlayStation Pro. So I feel pretty comfortable about addressing the differences. What I'm going to do is go in this offline profile and do a mission really quick there. I'm going to take Air Raider because he's Air Raider and broken. Let's see here. I'm going to take a bunch of strafe plans. So I'll take this one. So anyway, I timed some mission load times and of course just different missions, but let me go ahead and grab one more weapon that I can reload just for safety. I'm gonna take a 120 and then a Vigulta, I guess. Anyway, as far as the missions go, I timed the missions that were very intensive. For example, at least on the offline mode, Mission 31 is very intensive. It has a lot of NPCs on it, and it has a lot of destruction going. Also, Mission 38 is very intensive. And then, last of all, I tested Mission 108, which is ridiculous. A lot of enemies on the screen. Because on the original PS4, I noticed that these missions struggled and chugged and dropped frames and all that. So, anyway, as far as the load times, it's not that much different. Like I said, I'm playing on the PS4 Pro and I have the boost mode on. And for the load times, it dropped about, I want to say, between 2 and 6 seconds, depending on the missions I tested. And that was out of a total of 18 to 20 seconds total. So there was some that, you know, dropped a few seconds here and there, but nothing noticeable on load times really. But as far as the actual missions, I did notice a big difference on those 3 missions I mentioned, and also online play. It seems I'm rarely dropping frames now with the PS4 Pro, and online it happens a little bit more often, but it's very noticeable difference. So any time, if you're playing on original PlayStation, any time that you notice a mission that has a lot of frame rate drop, that seems to be almost eliminated with the PS4 Pro, which was kind of my concern when they first announced these systems, honestly, because, you know, I was concerned that developers are going to aim towards the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X mark rather than trying to make it optimal for the original PlayStation and then boosting it. I mean, I don't know. This game has always had issues with certain missions where there's a lot of enemies, but like I said, it's been very noticeable difference so far, and if I had to say, you know, does it make a difference, I really think that it's definitely worth it, in my opinion, as far as getting, if you had a choice between the two. But, you know, that's just my personal preference. It's not a huge deal. But this game has always been known, like I said, to drop frames on very intensive missions, unfortunately. But, it is nice not to have to worry about that on the PS4 Pro as much. This is one of the worst missions, at least on the offline mode, that has a lot of enemies and gets pretty intensive. So, I mean, it's not a perfect frame rate, but it is a lot better as far as these particular missions. I'm just going to play a little bit of this mission because it's so crazy. And I'm playing on easy, obviously, because I don't want to have to worry about dying, but I still may die. I don't know. There's so many enemies on this mission. Although it is on easy. But this is kind of like how, you know, intensive this game can get. Missions like this are actually, you know, absolutely ridiculous. How many enemies? It was funny on the survey I mentioned in a video earlier about, you know, they wanted information about what to ask for as far as what you would like to see in the future EDFs, and one of the things they mentioned themselves is, would you like to see more enemies on screen? I mean, I guess obviously I wouldn't say no to that, but I feel like they have a lot of enemies on screen already, so. But in this mission, chugged quite a bit on the original PS4. So I noticed a big difference on these kind of missions. Especially when you're trying to aim with a sniper rifle, it is nice to have a little better frame rate, but I wouldn't say it's unplayable by any means. So the original PS4, you know, it's still decent. It still feels good. It's just you know, some missions will get a little bit chuggy, and well, that's just part of it. I have noticed online it seems like you get a little bit more drop frame rate when you're playing with 4 people. Maybe because it's 4 people, or I don't know if it's because I'm playing with people in Japan or whatever, but I have noticed an improvement online as well with the PS4 Pro. But I would say this was probably the most noticeable mission. So you could always, you know, check out, load up Mission 108 by yourself and see if you notice a difference. Obviously when enemies spawn in like that just happened right there, that's going to drop a frame because it seemed like it loads all at once, the enemies. But as far as the actual gameplay itself, it seems pretty smooth. I mean, it's not 60 frames by any means, but it's 30 frames. It seems pretty steady. This guy is bad. It's gonna be so fun to try and kill these guys on Inferno, I think, because there's so many. They have so much armor. I love this mission, by the way. It's so crazy, chaotic. I'm not going to finish it probably, but I'm just going to play a little bit more, because it does get crazier. I don't know if I can kill that queen, honestly. I guess I have a Vogalta here. I have like 15 Vogaltas if I would have thrown them, but I wonder if the strafe plan will reach. You know, she's pretty low. We'll see. Oh, I got the big slow one. Oh, is it already dead? I guess the strafe killed it. Okay, nice. It seemed like also those pill bugs, those ones that roll, it seemed like when those things load, sometimes they can have some issues with that too. So I've noticed that's been improved as well. So just little things that add up, you know. Like obviously, I love this game, so I think it's worth getting a pro just for this game, if you had to ask me. But that's of course, you know, extreme. I'm not. Most people don't care as much. But here's the last phase coming, and then I'll quit here after this. I think if I die, I'll actually keep some of these items, but I don't really know if that matters. I do need more items for lower levels, though, still. Oh, this guy is still alive, wow. Okay, time for some strafe plan fun. Yeah, the enemies don't follow the strafes anymore, but I think that's probably for the best. It was kind of strong, too strong. There's no reason to bring other air raids, in my opinion, at least when you had the strafe plan being so strong. But yeah, stuff like this, you know, it's a big difference. I haven't really felt frame rate drop really, except when enemies load in one time. So yeah, so I just wanted to come to you guys because like I said, I just recently bought it and I felt like I had enough time into it to actually test it out. So I think it's worth it if you have a choice, of course. But I mean, it depends how much you love EDF to actually go out and buy it just for this game, though. But like I said, it's still playable, so don't worry about that. I mean, you can watch all my Let's Plays. That's on the original PS4, so if that seems fine to you, then I mean, there might be some differences online, like I said, but that's all dependent on, I guess, network and who you're playing with as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll keep coming to you with new videos about just. I plan on doing more new weapon videos and more new, eventually strategy videos, of course. I'm going through Hardest right now with that friend I always play with as well, so we're going to be doing that, and then going through Inferno. So I'm not sure what I want to do for the future as far as do I want to upload Inferno runs. I mean, obviously I'm going to upload Inferno runs, but I'm not sure if should I upload hardest runs. I don't know, honestly. So I guess let me know if you have any opinions of what you'd like to see. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.